Howdy folks, I'm Hank Sheffer, and welcome to another true life story right here with Larry Hedrick on Mysteries of the Superstition Mountains.
In 1957, while I was on leave from the military, my dad decided he wanted to go to California and meet with his sisters. I had never met my aunts because I was a babe in arms from the photographs that I see in our albums, and I never knew any of them until we made on this trip. But after we were through meeting my aunts and stuff, we came back to Arizona and spent a week or two here in Mesa, Arizona. And Dad evidently knew something about, he had a curiosity about mining and stuff, so he decided we'd take a trip up to Wickenburg. Of course, this is where Rich Hill was found, where nuggets as big as hen's eggs were picked up off the ground for many years. And we went northeast of Wickenburg until we found a little dirt road, and we followed it. It turned into a wash, and he was driving a Pontiac station wagon, and we drove down this wash for a couple of miles and found this old timer sitting on an upside down bucket alongside the wash. He was very friendly, and it seemed like he just was very happy to talk to people. And Dad was asking him some questions, and he just opened right up and spilled the beans, so to speak. What he had done is he explained that he was working old mine tailings from mines that were operated in the 1800s. And these tailings were just nothing but dirt piled in there. And what he'd done is he'd carved underneath the tailings and dug a big hole back under the bank, and he took ordinary tin cans with the lids off of them and put them in there to where they all was touching each other, and you might have had about 100 of these tin cans stacked underneath this mine tailings, and he would wait till it got a heavy rain, and then he would come back and dig those out and pan them. And he was doing this to several different dumps, and he demonstrated. Dad asked him, well, how do you get the gold out of there? And he demonstrated the whole thing. There was no water in the wash, but in his vehicle he had a 10-gallon cream can full of water. And then he had this bucket that he was sitting on, and he filled the bucket with water, and he took his pan and he scooped up some sand out of the wash. He reached in his little pouch and took a pinch of gold and dropped it in the pan, and then just put it down in the bucket and done all of his panning right there in the bucket. And sure enough, before very long, you could see the gold down there. Then he had a bottle that he took out, and he dropped a little bit of mercury in this pan and rolled it around, and the gold stuck to the mercury. Then he would take his mercury bottle, and he had a cloth that I don't know what it was, but it looked like a handkerchief, but I'm sure it wasn't, because I can't get mercury to run through a handkerchief. But he poked it down in the cloth down into the bottle, poured the mercury in the cloth. The mercury went through the cloth, the gold stayed in the cloth, and he put it back in his pouch. And it was the darndest thing you ever saw. And it was just amazing how this old timer was making a living out there. He was just crusty as could be, how he was making his living out there in the desert, just working these old mine shafts. Now, I don't think that's a mystery of the Superstition Mountains. But boy, it was sure a mystery how that got done.
Thank you for watching this episode of Mysteries of the Superstition Mountains.